So I said no. Finally, I said no. But then it was a problem. Do you know what? I want to be the fucking problem. Saying no is good. It is actually really good for you. If anything, it's self-care. For example, no, go lay down. No harm, no foul. Okay. Saying no has actually been a difficult thing for me and a thing I've actually had to get better at. To be honest, I have been bad at saying no since I was a child. It's because I never learned boundaries. And because I never learned boundaries, I always ended up in situations that I didn't actually want to be in. If I just said no, I wouldn't have been in that situation probably. But I had to learn the fucking hard way. Over here, I'm making my eggs. My eggs that I eat every day. The only way I can eat them every day is if I cook them like this. I fry them. Shoot. I feel like I've gotten better at saying no, but I think I've also just made it so I don't have to be put in those opportunities where I have to say yes. Like, I avoid a lot of human contact, I feel like. And I feel like that's kind of what's helped me a lot. As weird and sad as it sounds. The less humans, the better, I feel like. From a young age, I was taught that saying no is bad. If I said no to my parents, that was bad. I don't think I ever said no to my parents because they taught me that I get my ass beat. So obviously, I had learned that saying no was bad. Great parenting. I don't think I'm the only one though. I think a lot of people have went through that with their fucking parents. Which is sad. Because everybody needs boundaries, right? Or so you think. I feel like it kind of starts like at the dinner table where you are eating something you don't want to eat, like fucking beef liver or something crazy. And you're like, I don't want to eat this, no. And you're about to get the spoon or the belt, okay? So naturally you end up correlating no with ass whooping or no with being in trouble. And hence, and that's like where like most of my problems came from. It's like I have a lot of problems. I can't pinpoint where all my problems came from. There's too many. Not only was I not allowed to say no to my parents, I also became like a people pleaser to them because I felt like I have to do something to where they show me love. Right? And that was difficult to do. We can blame it on the economy. We can blame it on them also not having the right tools, being the right parents. Sure, all that can be true. But it can also be true that I felt like I am a product of that whole fucking environment. And I've had to unlearn all of that shit. All of it. And it's not like I'm perfectly amazing now. I literally don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. Like, I don't know who I am half the time. I'm literally just trying to figure it out. And strangely enough, the place that helped me say no to people was actually the strip club. At the club, like, I'm fully in control of what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And if there's things where I'm like, yeah, that's not a deal that sounds good to me, or no, I don't want to be in a room with you. You kind of look like you're gonna choke me out or something. I say no. I don't put myself in those situations where I feel danger, because I've learned that no money is like worth that. Okay. When I realized that I was saying yes in order to help other people and put myself second, was one time I was helping my mom with her homework because she was in college, and I realized that I'm the only one that was like helping her with that, and she got frustrated with me one time with how I couldn't show up one day to help her. And I realized it wasn't about all the times that I said yes. It was about the one time that I said no that would upset her. Because I was helping her, out of the goodness of my heart, out of the people-pleasing part of me, even if it was like kind of an inconvenience for me to like go over to her house and help her. But it's like the first time I said no, it's like I never said yes before. And then I started realizing like there were so many moments in my life that I put myself in those situations where I was saying yes to help people when I didn't actually want to. And all the times that I've said yes to people, the only time that it was a problem is when I said no finally. So it was like all the good things that I've done for people, it didn't fucking matter. Up until that point, it's like it's as if that no that I said to them erased all the times that I helped them. That happened with a best friend of mine. We're no longer friends. It happened with boyfriends. It happened at work. It's as if every single time that I said yes didn't matter, because me saying yes was typical. Me saying yes was like the norm for me. So now that I finally switched it up and said no, now I'm the fucking problem. Now I am a bitch. It just hurt. It hurt when I realized. Because all the times that I have said yes, like in comparison to the times that I've said no, it's like astronomical. Because me saying no is, like I said, a new fucking thing. Because people love to use you, and they love to get everything out of you until you are absolutely fucking drained. Because that time when I was helping my mom, like, I think I was just like burnt out from my own fucking life. So I said no. Finally, I said no. But then it was a problem. But then I realized, you know what? I want to be the fucking problem. I want to tell people no. And that's what I've just been fucking doing. I tell people no all the fucking time. I leave people on fucking red. I block people. I am tired of being a fucking people pleaser. It is exhausting. It does nothing for me. All it does is help the other person. And then eventually, like I said, when I say no eventually, then I'm the fucking problem. Then I'm the fucking bitch. Be a little blinding. Shit. I'm a fucking vampire. This hurts my eyeballs. You shouldn't feel bad saying no, but I think if you've been a people pleaser and you've said yes to everybody for so long, that naturally you literally are gonna feel bad. Imagine having to say no to puppy dog eyes every day. Feeling guilty of saying no is so fucking silly and stupid, but it's literally a learned behavior and a learned reaction to why you feel like you're not allowed to say no. Because like I said, for me, I literally learned during childhood that if I said no, that I would be in trouble for one. Or I'd be like a disappointment for two. Am I always good about saying no? I think for the most part, yes. Like I've gotten a lot better at it. Like if I don't want to do something, if I don't want to go out. Like when I first became sober, I intentionally went out to the bar because I was like, okay, I need to put myself in that situation, in that uncomfortable situation where I normally would say yes. And I literally just went out to the bar probably for like an hour to play pool or something. And I was like, okay, tonight is the night that I'm going to say no and I'm going to be sober. And I did it. And it worked. And it felt good. And I think that was like one of the big things for me becoming sober is because I put myself in those situations where normally I would say yes, or normally I would be like, ah, fuck it. Like, yeah, let's get a drink, because it would make me like more comfortable in like the social setting. But because I said no, I learned a very good lesson for myself that I am capable of saying no. And also I do have strong willpower to stay sober. So you literally have to just put yourself in those uncomfortable situations and just put it into practice that you're going to say no. Even if you like have to like plan out, like I did with like going to the bar, even if you have to plan out like, okay, tonight I'm going to go out. And if someone asks me to go to another bar or another club, I'm going to say no because I have to get home at 12. Like you really have to like just put these little tests into place for yourself and just see if you'll pass them. But not see if you'll pass them, like actually just stick to it, because even if in your mind you're like, okay, tonight I'm going to say no, but tomorrow I'm going to go out and I'm going to say yes. Okay, but regardless, you still practice saying no. You still did the thing of saying no. Yeah, my saying no has gotten so deep that I actually say no in my dreams now, even for like alcohol and drugs. I think, yeah, last night I had a dream where there was like drinking going on, and I in my dream I was like, no, I've been sober for 4 years. I'm good, thank you. Like it's so deeply like in my subconscious that I say no literally in my dreams to drugs and alcohol. It really just takes fucking practice, honestly. Like I'm not amazing at it, but I'm also like a human being. I don't know. Setting boundaries for yourself is healthy. It's self-care. It didn't work. I said no long enough. The one thing I can say no to is working out with other people if I don't want to, or skipping the gym if people ask me to, because I'm like, you don't want to see me succeed? You don't want to see me get bigger? The gym is something I will absolutely deny plans to make. Deny other plans. You know what the fuck I'm saying. That's just one of those things where I'm like, you want to see me fail? It's probably not that deep, but I'm headed to leg day, so let's go. I forgot to bring my tripod. At the gym, I have to say no to people and I have to set boundaries, because if I don't, then I will end up in situations where there's been times where I didn't say no and set boundaries at the gym. I end up working out with people simply because I felt bad. Like there's been times at work where girls have asked me for a ride, and it's like 3 a.m. I don't fucking know them. You know, there's so many questions that go through your head, like, why don't you have a car? Why don't you have a ride? What'd you do? You know what I mean? So even with me just saying no to girls at work that need a ride home, I still do that too. Some people might be like, you're being a bitch. I'm like, no, that's just a safety thing. Like, I don't want to drive to fucking butt nowhere to drop some random girl off that I don't know, because to be completely honest, some bitches are weird at work. So I have so many opportunities to practice saying no, and I take them now. Let's go back to a la casa. We made it back. Steak and rice time. Having food prepped like this is the only way that I will not eat out. But that's not saying that whenever I do have food prepped, I don't eat out, because sometimes that happens too. I don't know, the workout was okay, to be honest. I feel like I didn't feel the right connection today for some reason. I also wasn't that sore from Sunday, which is odd. So I did hammies and glutes again like I did Sunday, but that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. I don't know, but yeah, next leg day will be quads because of that. So swing you around here. Hello again. I don't have a dining table because I live alone and I feel like it just takes up space of my house that I don't need taken up, if that makes sense. This is good enough for me, right? I'm not gonna act like I am perfect and amazing and I always say no to things that I don't wanna do because, let me fix this. Can't see. It's better. Because I'm a fucking human being and ex-people pleaser. But learning like the art of saying no takes time for people who have always said yes to everybody. Because there's like this guilt if you say no. You're like, oh my God, they're gonna hate me. If somebody hates you because you said no to them one time and every other fucking time you say yes, cut them off. Because I've been there, literally, with like my own family. I was like, you know what? You guys don't appreciate everything that I do, so how about I just don't do anything ever again? You're probably expecting people to be just as kind and nice and, you know, people pleasing as you, but people aren't like that. Like, most people are selfish, and like there's nothing wrong with being selfish in a healthy way. There's obviously some people that are just like very selfish. They don't give a fuck about nothing. They'll stomp on whoever. But you have to understand that most people would not be as kind as you are. So if you feel like it's just so difficult to say no, literally just try it a few times and see like the anxiety that you're having about saying no is just made up in your fucking mind. I know for me, that's how it felt when I first started saying no as well. I mean, a lot of this honestly comes from like neglect, abuse, for me at least, because I don't know, sometimes even saying no would put you in danger. But if you are in a position where you feel like, okay, this is safe, nothing will happen to me, I'm going to say no, I'm going to do it, you're going to be fucking fine. You're going to be fine. This after the gym. Hopefully you guys like this video. This episode 2 out of my 52 weeks of vlogging. The goal is to vlog at least 4 times a week and build consistency and repetition and just get better at it as I work through it, because it does not need to be the most amazing, biggest production. I just need to have fun doing it because this is what I love to do. I love to create some things and I love to yap and, you know, reach the right people, and this is what this is. So we shall see where it goes. But if you liked the video, like it, comment down below what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Maybe you have a topic that I should talk about, or how about you guess what the next video is going to be? It's going to be a difficult guess because there's so many ideas I wrote down. But I appreciate all the support. If I get you to come back again, that'd be fucking amazing. Go ahead and click that subscribe. I would love to see the same people here over and over again and grow a little corner of the internet for myself. All right, I'm gonna finish my dinner. That's a wrap for day 2.